Good afternoon, boys and girls. Let's remember that today in math class we want to be sitting with our knees behind the carpet in a listening position. All eyes on the video. I'll wait. There. Now we have all the eyes. I need all eyes here, and we're going to focus up here on arrays today. Turn to your partner and tell them, what is an array? It's been a while since we've studied this. What is an array? I'm just going to listen. I'm hearing some good things. An array has rows and columns. It's one big box with lots of little boxes in it. And if you look behind me, you'll see something kind of like what we did before with rows and columns, or like a building with rooms on each floor. So let's take a look at this array. We have rows go side to side. Do it with me. Rows go side to side. Rows go side to side. Columns go up and down. Columns go up and down. Let me hear you. Rows go. And columns go up and down, up and down. Very good. So this one has one row, two rows. So I can count it by adding up the squares in each row. So I have 1, 2, 3. So I have 3 in this row. And I have 1, 2, 3 in this row. So 3 plus 3 is 6, right? Now I can also add up how many squares are in the column. So let's do that. There are 1, 2 squares in this column, 1, 2 squares in this column, and 1, 2 squares in this column. And 2 plus 2 plus 2 also equals 6. So how many squares are in this array? Right, 6. And there are two ways that I could record this, two equations. I could do 3 plus 3 equals 6, where I added across the rows. Or I could say 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals 6, which is where I added the columns. 2 plus 2 plus 2. And I must get the same answer both times, no matter whether I add it up and down by the column or side to side by the rows. 6 and 6. Now let's look at one more. So this is a larger building. I want you to study it very closely. There are more rows, so more floors. And there are more rooms in this building. I want you to make a prediction about how many rooms might be in this building. Turn to your partner and tell them. I'm hearing some big numbers. I'm hearing 24 or 16. Wow. Okay, let's add this up together. So I'm thinking that Marcelo probably wants me to add the rows first. So Marcelo, we're going to add the rows across first. So how many rooms are in each row? 1, 2, 3. And Layla, how many in this row? 3, right? Jason, how many are in this row? 3. And Imani? 3. There are 3 in each row. Now remember that when there's a building, if you're missing a room, the building would collapse. So it's got to have the same number of rooms in each floor. So let's add this together. 3 plus 3 is 6, and 3 more would be 9, and 3 more would be 12. So 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 is 12. And I can write that equation here. 4 3s equals 12. All right, so then Jordan's thinking, you know what, Miss Lennon, I don't have to add it sideways, I could add it up and down. So how many rooms, Jordan, when I go up and down? 4. And how many here? 4 and 4. So 4 plus 4 plus 4 would be, 4 plus 4 is a double, that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that also equals 12. So how many squares are there? There are 12. And I would also record I have 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 is 12. I also have 4 plus 4 plus 4 is 12. So when solving an array to find out how many squares are in the big square, you can add side to side by the rows, or you can add up and down by the columns. Now, do they always have to look like squares? Ask your partner, do they have to look like squares? This one looks like squares, but it has a lot more. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 6 plus 6 is a double, and it's 12. Very good. Or I could do 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. 1, 2, 4, 6, 12 equals 12. So there are 12 squares, and these are my two equations, 6 and 6, or 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals 12. So this is another square, but back to my question, does it have to be squares? Does it work if it's circles? Wow, I wonder if I could have this with circles. Let's see, I have 1, 2. Oh, you know, maybe I could draw some lines. That might help. I'm making my floors. Ooh, I'm going to make a column. Oh, it looks just like the one with boxes. So I have 2 here. I have 2 here. I have, right, 2 and 2. And 4 2s would be 2, 4, 6, 8. Or I could say 1, 2, 3, 4 in this row. And 1, 2, 3, 4 in this row. And that also equals 8. So how many circles? Oh, this should say circles. How many circles? There are 8. I could record it as 4 plus 4 is 8, or 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 is 8. So there are 2 equations for every array. I can add it across by the rows or up and down by the columns. So now you're going to have a chance to try this out by yourself, and you'll have the papers for you. And I want you to try out adding it by the rows and adding it by the columns. And something very important to remember is that you must get the same answer both times. I shouldn't get 8 here and 12 here. It should be 8 when I add it side to side and 8 when I add it up and down. All right, go try it for yourselves.